Hey there, Kara from Kara & Co Creative here with another quick tutorial. Forgive the quality of this one. I just wanted to do this quick. I am home on a snow day with my toddler. I spent an hour shoveling. I'm not done up at all, but I just really wanted to do this live because I'm about to add ReCaptcha to my site because I don't want to pay for a service like Ask-A-Met. So when you have a bunch of spam comments coming in, there are some services that you can pay for, or a free fix can be to add Google ReCaptcha to your site. And Google ReCaptcha is when you go to a site and it has like that select all the cars or all the crosswalks, or to certify I'm not a robot, or sometimes add a math problem. Those are all Google ReCaptcha. So I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller and show you. So yeah, so my problem here, these two are flagged as spam, and they are spam, and they literally like just showed up even though I just cleared a bunch. So I clearly have a spam issue on the site, and so I'm going to add Google ReCaptcha. So the first thing you're going to come to is if you type in google.com/ReCaptcha, I'll drop that link below. It'll redirect to this about. It's fine. You will either be able to log into your admin console if you already happen to have an account. I do because I have added ReCaptcha to client sites. If you don't have an account, it probably says login or sign up at the top. So click on whatever that is. If you don't already have an account, it's probably going to ask you to log in using like a Google account. So a Gmail or G Suite email would be ideal. If you have Google Analytics set up, you can use the same account as you have for that. But either way, you'll log in. You're not going to see any of this because you're not going to have any sites in here. So these are some of my client sites. This is a new one, so you see it's giving this warning. But we're going to go ahead and add a new one. So we're going to click Create. Add in your website name, whatever you want to. So this is the Kara & Co Creative site I'm adding it to. I want ReCaptcha V2. You can select what you want. I'm just going to do the I'm not a robot checkbox. V3 is the new version, and this one basically it doesn't have the user type in anything, so it's more seamless for the user. But you then have to monitor the traffic and make decisions as to like how to tighten up security. I don't want to have to do that, so I'm going with V2. So add the domain. So here we add the actual domain, creative.com. Owners, this is my account email address. I'm going to accept the terms of service. Send alerts to owners, sure. I'm going to submit. So these are my keys. They're going to be X'd out so that you can't see them on the screen. But now I'm going to show you what to do with them in WordPress. So WordPress. Oh, this was some tutorial. So I was looking at, there's a bunch of complicated ways to do it. So you see all of this. We're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it a simpler way. So I'm going to come back to plugins. And this is a thing that you can do with any WordPress sort of issue you're having. Like if you're not sure what to do, check to see if there's a plugin for it. This is the DIY non-coder skill-friendly way. So here we're going to type in ReCaptcha. I'm going to pause for a second because my toddler's making an appearance, so I don't want you guys to be distracted by that. All right, so back. So we've typed in ReCaptcha to see what we have available to us. And now we're going to vet plugins. I will give a little security note. The more plugins you have on your site, the more you can slow it down, the more you can open yourself up to security issues. So you do want to make sure that you're not just installing any sort of plugin. Like this is one that would work. So you want to check a few things, make sure they have a number of installations. 100,000 plus is okay. It's not fantastic, but that would certainly be about the minimum I would want to see. You want to check when it was last updated. This one 2 months ago, so that's not terrible. Untested with your version of WordPress. Sorry, I'm speaking pretty quickly. Trying to get this in before the next toddler appearance. This is a little bit, can be nervous making, but if WordPress really just updated, it's not that big of a deal. Just, you know, be aware that sometimes something might go wrong. If you ever add a plugin and your site breaks, the plugin's likely the issue. So you would then want to restore an earlier version of your site. Or if you have an option like through Bluehost hosting or SiteGround hosting, you can turn off the plugin from the hosting. So again, this one, 30,000 plus active. I don't like that. So we're going to look for one that has enough. So this is the one that I actually already installed. You see that it's active, has 200 plus active installations, 345 reviews, giving it around 4 stars. Last updated 1 week ago, so they're keeping up with it. Still untested, but I added it to my site and it's fine. So you'll install it and activate it. And then if you need to figure out where it is, you can come into your plugins list. And here it is. Here are the settings. So you're going to go ahead and pull your site key and secret key from the ReCaptcha tab. Make sure it has the right version in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, pausing it so I don't have to blur out those keys again. So here again, I added the site keys above. You'll go ahead and do the same thing. Pick the version that you have. I have version 2. And here you're going to enable it on as many things as you want it to. I don't want it on a login form. I'll put it on the reset password form and the registration form. And I'm definitely putting it on the comments form because that's the issue I'm having the most problems with. Here we can see, yeah, so I don't need that. I don't really need it on my contact. I'm not having any issues with any of that. These are plugins that I have enabled. So yeah, so that's all I need it for. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Save Changes. And now ReCaptcha should be installed on my site. So I'm going to go ahead to a blog post and see what we have there. Here we go. So we see that we have this here when we go to submit a comment. So we have successfully installed it. So that's a quick tutorial on how you can get ReCaptcha on your site quickly without having to fuss with any code.